What's up YouTube, and welcome to this achievement slash collectibles guide here in Sunset Overdrive. This is the Explorer achievement, which requires you to collect all 20 sightseeing or Highpoint locations. So I'm going to be showing you all 20 locations. Now there's going to be a basic process. I'm going to show you the location on the map, then the actual location, and then we'll look through the actual Highpoint. Basically the Highpoint are these little things right here, the binoculars that you can use to look through. And that's all they are. This is the first one right here, at least the first one that I found right at the beginning base. Now after you find the first one, you can go and purchase maps from Two Hat Jack for the rest of them. Each location has a different price, so it's going to cost you 10,000 for one of the group of locations, 5,000 for another, 7,500 and 2,500. So you can do the math on that. That's how much overcharge you will need. So we're going to work our way around the island, starting at the first island that you spawn on, the old factory district one, where you have your first base set up. And just up on this rooftop, I'll give you a little spin around. This is what looks like around the area, and here is our viewpoint. Our next one is located further south near the nuclear plant or the atomic plant or whatever you want to call it, but it's right there on the map, and it's right here, just a little ways away from the nuclear plant itself. Give you a little turnaround, and there is our binocular. Our next one is located near the hot dog factory, which is a part of a mission that you do during the main story, and it's located just under the highway or the rail track that goes across to the next island. So here's a spin around, and there's our binoculars. The last one for this island is located just north of where we just were, and I'll show it to you right here on the map. And here we are. It's just by the water. It's a little ways under a building, so you'll have to kind of get around here to get to it. So just drop down from right up there, and here it is. Now we move on to the second island, and it's just directly across from where we were before. Just go across the river a little bit, as I'm showing right there on the map. And here we are. Another spin around. As you can see, it's looking directly at the bridge, which is being used by the scabs as a checkpoint. A little further northeast, located to a fast travel, is our next viewpoint, which is actually going to be overlooking some of the rail tracks, and it's a pretty cool sight. This is another spin around, and then we'll hop into the binoculars and give you guys a look. Our next point is located right here on the map. It's on top of one of the two towers that go alongside each other. It's a bit of a way to get up here. However, you have a story mission that brings you to this area, so if you collect it then, that's fine. I didn't, so I had to climb all the way back up here. I'm not going to show it all to you because you'll have to do it eventually if you're playing through the story. So yeah, let's get to the top and we'll check out the viewpoint.
More importantly, I'm one step closer to a pointless achievement.
Remaining on the second island, our next point is right here, just about dead center of the island, and I was lucky enough to run into a bunch of scabs, so let me fight them off and then we'll get to the view. Our viewpoint is located right at the top here of this, I believe it's like a train station type thing, but it's right up here, and it looks at an area that you're going to have a boss battle in at some point in the story. No spoilers, but there we go. Let's take a look through the binoculars. Our next one is located just down by the coastline here on the second island, and it's located just on the pier, so this is the only one that's really in like a reasonable position, although it's looking out to the beach that it's right next to. A little northeast from our last position, just along the beach, is our last one here on the second island for now. We will be returning to the second island a little bit later, and I'll explain why a little bit later. So there's our spin around, and there's our binoculars. On to the third island, just across and down on the southernmost part, just in front of a pier and by a lighthouse is where we will be. So I'm showing you the lighthouse was just above us right there, and it's down here, kind of hidden a little bit, but there you go. Here's the location for our next one, and this may be a little bit of a spoiler. However, this is going to be a base that you will have a little bit later on in the game once you make it to the third island. So I'm just showing you here how to get around the base in order to actually get up to where you have to go. So I screwed it up a little bit. Boom. And there we go. Right on top of here by the pirate flag. Another spin around, nothing but ocean really. And there we go. Our next one is located a little bit further north, and it's by the carnival that's occurring. It's also going to be marked easily by Mrs. Hamburger, which you can see right there. So we'll look through the binoculars, and there we go. Through the carnival, there's going to be a bit of a peninsula type area that hosts a roller coaster that looks super awesome and is part of the story, so you will visit this area during the story. But here it is, right here. Roller coaster is right behind me, and we're just going to use these binoculars, and we got another one. We've now returned to the northern part of the second island, and the reason for that is because these last 5, if you were doing this properly throughout the game and unlocking them on the map, you would unlock these last 5 last. However, if you want to just skip the buying the map stuff, you can just use my guide and get all of them whenever you want. So that's one right there. Our next one is essentially across the street from our last spot, and luckily it's on top of like a scab base, so all the scabs can go screw themselves, kill all the scabs, and we'll do a quick spin around. Here we go. That's everything in the area, and use your binoculars. Towards the center of the northern part of the second island, we're going to find this viewpoint, and here's another just circle look around. Not too much happening up here. We have a little balloon to collect, but outside of that, it's right over the campus. This next one happens to be located practically right next to it, a little bit further along the way in the campus. Here's another circle around. Screw you. Okay, he disappeared. Cool. That's fine with me. Do a little circle. There's the campus behind us. And there's our viewpoint. And it is now time for our last one. This is located on top of the hospital, which will be your last base that you unlock through the Mexican cheerleaders. I can't remember their names, so I do apologize. You're going to have to wall run to get up here. At least that's how I figured to do it. You just got to wall run, jump up, wall run, jump up, wall run, jump up. But there we go. There is our achievement 10G Explorer. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you. If it did, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, favorite, all that fun junk. Check down in the description for some awesome links, some awesome things, my Twitter, Facebook, donation page, bunch of other things you might be interested in. Stick right here for more achievement, collectible guides, walkthroughs, playthroughs, this, that, all that fun junk. Until tomorrow, ta-ra.